Your immune system turned against you after 50. Scientists now call it inflammaging, and it's silently accelerating every sign of aging you've noticed. But here's what they just discovered: 7 simple switches can cool the fire within and add years to your life. Stay with me because number 5 shocked even the researchers. Here's something your doctor probably never explained. When you were younger, inflammation was your hero. Cut your finger? Inflammation rushed in to heal it. Caught a virus? Inflammation fought it off. But something fundamental shifts after 50. Your immune system starts seeing threats everywhere, even when there are none. It's like a fire alarm that won't stop ringing. Researchers at Stanford discovered that specific immune cells become hyperactive with age, pumping out inflammatory signals called cytokines 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. This chronic low-grade inflammation doesn't cause obvious symptoms at first. Instead, it quietly damages your blood vessels, stiffens your joints, fogs your brain, and accelerates aging at the cellular level. The medical community now recognizes this as inflammaging. And here's what makes this so urgent: by the time you feel it, the fire has been burning for years. But the same researchers who identified this problem also found the switches to turn it down. Let's start with inflammation switch number 1, what you eat in the first hour after waking. Most people begin their day pouring gasoline on the fire without realizing it. Sugary cereals, white toast, processed breakfast foods, these create rapid blood sugar spikes that trigger inflammatory cascades throughout your body. A 2023 study in the Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that adults over 50 who ate high glycemic breakfasts had inflammatory markers 47% higher by midday compared to those who chose differently. But here's the good news. Swapping to a Mediterranean-style breakfast with eggs, vegetables, olive oil, and berries doesn't just reduce inflammation. It actually helps reset your inflammatory response for the entire day. The omega-3 fatty acids in these foods actively block the enzymes that produce inflammatory compounds. Think of it as installing a dimmer switch on that fire alarm. You're not just avoiding triggers, you're giving your body the tools to calm itself naturally. Now here's where it gets really interesting. Switch number 2 involves something you probably do every night but might be doing wrong. Sleep. Not just the hours, but when those hours happen. Researchers at the University of California, Berkeley made a stunning discovery. Adults over 50 who consistently slept between 10 p.m. and 6 a.m. had significantly lower levels of C-reactive protein, a key inflammation marker, compared to those who kept later hours, even when total sleep time was identical. Your body's anti-inflammatory processes peak during specific windows of the night. Miss those windows, and inflammation cleanup gets disrupted. It's like scheduling the garbage truck to arrive when you're not home. The waste just piles up. But wait. This gets more specific. Deep sleep, which primarily occurs in your first sleep cycles, is when your brain's lymphatic system flushes out inflammatory waste products. Night owls who fall asleep at midnight miss critical hours of this deep cleaning process. The inflammation compounds literally accumulate in your brain tissue overnight instead of being cleared away. Switch number 3 might surprise you because it has nothing to do with diet or sleep. It's about where you store your body weight. Belly fat isn't just sitting there. It's actually functioning as an inflammation factory. Visceral fat, the kind that wraps around your organs, produces inflammatory cytokines at rates that shocked researchers when they first measured them. A person with a waist circumference over 40 inches for men or 35 inches for women produces inflammatory chemicals equivalent to having a chronic low-grade infection running continuously. But here's the encouraging part. Losing just 5 to 10% of excess weight reduces inflammatory markers dramatically, often within weeks. You don't need to reach some ideal number. Even modest changes in waist circumference signal your fat cells to reduce cytokine production. One Mayo Clinic study found that participants who lost just 8 pounds saw their C-reactive protein levels drop by 40%. The inflammation factory starts shutting down surprisingly quickly once you begin the process. But everything I shared so far is just the foundation. Switch number 4 is where things get really powerful. 10 minutes of specific movement each day reduces inflammatory markers more effectively than some medications. And I'm not talking about intense exercise. Researchers at the University of California, San Diego discovered that just 10 minutes of moderate walking triggers an anti-inflammatory response that lasts for hours. Here's how it works. When your muscles contract during movement, they release proteins called myokines. These myokines actively suppress the inflammatory cytokines your body produces. It's like your muscles become their own anti-inflammatory pharmacy. But here's the critical part most people miss. The anti-inflammatory effect works best when exercise is consistent rather than intense. A 10-minute walk every day outperforms a 90-minute weekend workout for controlling chronic inflammation. Your body needs the daily signal to keep producing these protective myokines. Skip a few days, and the inflammatory tide starts rising again. This is why consistency matters more than intensity when you're over 50. Now for switch number 5, and this one genuinely shocked the research community. A common kitchen spice reduces inflammatory markers as effectively as some over-the-counter medications. Turmeric, specifically its active compound curcumin, has been studied in over 120 clinical trials for inflammation. A 2022 meta-analysis in the Journal of Medicinal Food found that curcumin supplementation reduced C-reactive protein by an average of 36%. But here's what most people get wrong. Curcumin is poorly absorbed on its own. You need to combine it with black pepper, which contains piperine, to increase absorption by up to 2000%. Without that pepper, most of the turmeric passes right through you unused. The traditional Indian preparation of turmeric in cooking, which often includes black pepper and fat, turns out to be the optimal delivery method. Adding a quarter teaspoon of turmeric with a pinch of black pepper to your morning eggs or vegetables gives your body a powerful anti-inflammatory compound that works alongside your other switches. Switch number 6 takes us somewhere unexpected.